and welcome to Have Your Best Week Ever. That's right, have your best week ever. A couple things as we get ready to start this week's broadcast. We must say, hey, we've been away a little bit the last few weeks. Been out, summer vacation, summertime. That's what really hits a lot of us, and challenge you to ask yourself to what are you going to do in this summer to rejuvenate, but also what are you going to do to help grow your business. So I want to challenge you just to think about those couple things as you get ready, and I want to welcome our guest on, and as you tune in, and we'll give them a few minutes to jump on and watch us here. I'm kind of flying solo tonight. I don't have another screen I'm going to be jumping on to check to make sure everything is okay, so hopefully everything is okay, and hopefully folks are tuning in. Someone will just text me and say, hey, Howard, you're coming over loud and clear. If that is, that's great. Yeah, but one of the things that we're going to talk about this week, and I'm going to challenge you to really begin to think about, we're past halftime. That's right. This is, if you're looking at a football game, this is really the begin of almost the second half of the year. So as you look at it that way, I mean, you count it down. 1, 2, 3. That's through March. 4, 5, 6. 6 month is over. So we're in the third quarter of the game. And even though fourth quarter determines the winner and the loser, I think how you start that third quarter is very key. So I want to challenge you to really stay in with us and focus on this as a halftime checkup. And we're going to do a couple things over the next couple of weeks to focus on what I call a halftime checkup. So I just want you to get ready. And one thing you can do as we get ready and get started, if you want to go ahead and download the Growth Planner, because part of what we're teaching from is going to be from the Growth Planner. Just simply go over to www.thegrowthplanner.com. That's right, www.thegrowthplanner.com, and you will be able to get a copy of that and just download it and print it out. But we're going to be coming from that system some tonight. So I want to challenge you to begin to think about that, and we're going to give people another couple minutes to get on, and promise you I won't hold you long. The reason I started a little later during the summertime is because there's so much daylight out there for you to enjoy throughout the day. So 7:30 it'll be still bright and sunny. You'll be like, well, why will I go in yet? So I want to challenge you to really enjoy those days and really enjoy the rest of that day every day. Live each day to the fullest. I think that is the key thing. So as we get ready to get started, I'm going to go ahead and jump over to the broadcast and pull the screen up and share my slide here with you. Let's see here. What do we do? Boom, boom. Thought we had it up and ready to go, but we don't. So, or do we? That's one of the things that when you get away from things that don't practice like you normally do, sometimes you see things just a little bit differently. All right, so look like we got some technical difficulties. So I'm gonna stop sharing. I'm gonna go in and actually change something right quick as we get ready to make that change. We made it, but apparently it didn't show up properly. And coming right back to you here. Now let's go over and see if this works. And if it does, hey, Howard White is learning a little bit. That's right, he's learning a little bit, and boom, there we are. So let's get started here as we get ready to go and to have your best week ever. Like I said, this week here we're going to really focus on, wrong slide, same thing again, there we go. So we're going to really go into working on beginning with the end in mind. So what we're going to talk about is working on your goals weekly. That's right, working on your goals weekly. A lot of times we focus on those yearly and quarterly goals, and I know some of my goals I'm ahead, some I'm behind, so I got to buckle down and put it back into the week. Put it back into the week and then focus on daily. So as you look at it, if you're looking at a race, a lot of times the start line is the finish line. They're so close together. It's amazing how that is. A lot of times we look at our year beginning on January the 1st, and we'll simply say that, hey, I'm starting January 1st, but I'm ending on December the 31st. And that's only one day apart if you look at it from that way. So I want you to really know where you need to be for the finish line, but focus on this week. Truly focus on this week. And here's what happened when you don't know where the finish line is. You know, you have built something and it's just not quite there. As an engineer, this is, I guess, a little engineering humor, as you would have it. I can think about a joke one of our professors told someone in our class. I'm glad it wasn't me. He simply said, hey, Mr. Williams, if I see your name on bridge, I take the ferry. How reassuring that must be. But as we think about it, I want to, just this quote from Wayne Dyer: begin with the end in mind, start with the end outcome, and work backwards to make your dreams possible. And more importantly, I want to challenge you to dial it in back even further, back to weekly. So as we do that, we're going to start out by going back and doing that halftime checkup, focusing on those big goals. How do you want the year to end? Have you sat down and looked at your numbers? How do you want the year to end? What are your sales numbers? What are some personal goals? How do you want the year to end? And then who will help you make this second half great? Who will help you to make this second half great? I'm sorry, I had them backwards. Actually, the first one is who will I help this year? Who will I help make it great? And one of the ways to tie that into is your clients. Who am I helping this year? And the more clients I help, the better my year will be. In the words of Zig Ziglar, simply said, what? Help enough people get what they want, and you can have everything you want. And then who will help me this year? I think that's very key. Who will help me this year? And as you move forward to the second half of the year, as we're talking about that checkup, is that you want to ask this question: what will I learn this year? And there's two parts to that. What is it that you want to learn, and what is it that's necessary for you to learn? One of the things that as I talk about, in my promotional marketing business, we sell custom imprinted merchandise. But one of the things that we realize is that we have to sell more programs in order to take out just the commodity side of the business. And that's something we work with our clients on, is how to commoditize yourself. How do you decommoditize yourself? So there's some things I got to learn. I got a high learning curve on a lot of those things. And then asking yourself, why did you learn it? And like I said, one of the reasons is, in that case, so just the example I just gave is to decommoditize my business. So I'm not talking to people about t-shirts and they're trying to compare me to their cousin. I had a great example of that with one of the politicians. Yard signs, I couldn't compete. So it became pennies on a dollar on a decision. My relationship wasn't deep enough. But then we have some technology we're going to be presenting to them that we probably will be the only person in my region introducing that technology. And with that said, it won't be an option. All right, so as we talk about the week, you want to ask these questions. How do I want my week to end? We talked about beginning with the end in mind. Beginning with the end in mind. And then again, asking that question: who will I help this week? Who will I help this week? And who will help me? So as you see how this is going, real simple. I won't insult your intelligence. As you look at the same questions for the year, now you want to break them down and evaluate yourself, your business, on these questions on a weekly basis. What will I learn this week? I talked about that technology just a little bit earlier. That is something I got to spend some time on learning. So yes, I have some classes I'll be in, but I'll be diving through the presentations. I'll be diving through the back end and putting together a target list to go after. And, why am I learning that? As I said, We want to grow our business. We've got some aggressive sales numbers. The only way those numbers are going to be hit if I aggressively go after the business. Aggressively go after the business. And so just want to share a little gift to you, mid-year, Christmas in July, if you would. Just text the word reward to 225-412-7300. That's 225-412-7300. Got a free gift for you. But on top of that, when you get the free gift, it is something that will help you and something that you can learn from. As we move forward, what we're going to be using is the top of life system. Using the top of life system weekly to begin with the end in mind. That is the key thing to do. And this is inside your growth planner, and you can go to www.thegrowthplanner.com, www.thegrowthplanner.com, and download a copy, download your copy. So just want to show you a couple things, how it's laid out each week and what I challenge you to go through. And when I hang up the phone, get off this call, got a couple calls. They generally come in after the calls, but once those are over, I got to lay my week out. I got to consistently get back to that. Got away from it a little bit this summer, and I can tell the difference in my effectiveness in my business and in my personal life. So the first thing you want to do is connect and visualize back with the big pictures, those big goals, those top goals. And then you want to celebrate last week. It was one great thing, or in this case, think about 10 good things that happened to you. So little victories are good too. No matter how big or small, anything goes. If it was a victory for you, hey, capture it. And now I want you to write down the major lessons. What major lessons did you learn throughout the week here? Whether it was working with team members, personally, professionally, write them down. And then capture quotes or thoughts that resonate with you, things that truly resonated with you. And this becomes a good depository location for a lot of the things that you, as you go back over the year, or reflect back over the quarter, and there's a great location for you to store this information. And then what were sources of inspiration? Who inspired you? What was it? Was it something you were reading or something you heard or a person? And then think about people you will love to meet. Keep that front and center. You may not meet them this week, but it may be over the next year. But keep them front and center. Then the other thing that you kind of do, and this is really a weekly autopsy. This is one of the few autopsies, self-autopsies, that you're probably going to enjoy. At first, it's a little painful. Trust me, it's a little painful and it feels tough. But if you do this, and when you do this, your week is going to be a lot more impactful. So then I want you to analyze what did not happen last week. What are some of the things that did not happen? Maybe 10, it may be more, but hey, let's stop at 10. And then you ask yourself these three questions. This question: can you do something about it? The answer is either yes or no. If it is yes, then do something about it. If no, then move on. I had an opportunity that I lost. There's some things I can do about it, but maybe not for this cycle. So, I got to deal with that, but still move on. Now I want you to capture what are 10 big outcomes you want to happen this week. What are 10 big outcomes that you want to happen this week? Capture those. Capture those 10 big outcomes that you want to happen. It's important that you do this, because then we're going to talk about top 4 projects. What are top 4 projects you want to spend time on? And when you look at those projects and the big outcomes, then you begin to put them into the days. You begin to put them into the days. What are you going to do Monday? What are you going to do Tuesday? I know I have a presentation on Monday. I know I have a couple meetings on Monday. Same way with Tuesday. So they're going to be plugged in, but I know I have certain tasks that I got to get done. just going into this week, I know 4 key things that I got to deliver on Monday. So once I get through the planning call, my personal planning, then I got to start to work on those projects and to really jumpstart my week. And then next, going back into who can you help this week? Who can you help? So ask that question. Who can I help this week? I mean, be specific and be intentional on who you're going to help. Then ask this question. Who's going to help me accomplish what I need to accomplish? That's a one. I have to answer that question this week because I got some changes in personnel happening. I got to look at bringing on some new people. So I got to ask all these questions and still get a lot of the same things done that I've been doing. But once again, simply go over to thegrowthplanner.com. That's right, thegrowthplanner.com, and download a copy. And this document is inside of the Growth Planner. And this will help you have your best week ever. But as I close, I want to ask this question here. What is the number one reason people fail? And I tell you, they do not do what they know. They do what they feel. So I want you to do what you know and not what you feel. So as you go through this week, or as you grow through this week, do what you know and not what you feel. If you missed the text number, just simply text the word gift to 225-412-7300. And we've got a free gift for you tonight for jumping in with us and getting back on track on this week. And next week, we're going to explore another part of the system in the Growth Planner, and it will help you grow and have your best week ever. I want to challenge you to think about what it is that you're going to do differently this week to help you grow your business. What is it that you're going to do differently to help you grow your life? What is it that you're going to do differently to help others? So those are 3 questions I want you to answer, and use those kind of as your daily reflection questions as you finish up. So begin with the end in mind. Determine what is that outcome that you want for this week. What is that outcome that you want for this week? Use the top of life system inside the Growth Planner to plan your week. As we always say, hey, if you don't have a plan, if you don't plan your week, others will give you a week plan. Hey, but before I close, I forgot to tell you, I didn't create slides for you, and I got to do a better job at that of always having those slides in and let you know how you can connect with us throughout the week. A couple things we got coming up. Number one is go over to Grow This Summer. That's right, growthissummer.com. Growthissummer.com. We got a detailed webinar, a little bit more than what we do at the beginning of the week. The beginning of the week is just 15 minutes to 30 minutes at the most. Let me see, I'm running about 18 minutes right now. So 15 to 25 minutes or so to help you jumpstart that week. Just one little area that we focus on each week. But over Grow This Summer, we're really going to get into helping you to grow your business. Give you 3 strategies to help you grow your business this summer. And then the other thing is you can always join us on Tuesday mornings on our radio show, growyourbusinessradio.com. Just go over to growyourbusinessradio.com and we will help you, give you some tips and strategies to help you grow your business. So just click over to growyourbusinessradio.com. That's at 7 a.m. on Tuesday mornings, and you'll be able to join us on the radio and learn a little bit to help you move forward and grow your business and grow your life this week. Hey, but hopefully this has been helpful for you. Just a couple things that will help you have your best week ever. That's what we promise, because it's key that you do what you have to do to be the best you possible. Because guess what? Everybody else is taken. Hey, take care. God bless. This is Howard White. We shall see you the next time.